Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Koholo Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem HaKadosh, the Ba'ans Apostle Elders, a great millstone that taught me this 100% truth of the well. Salutations to the Yakim out there pushing the truth in all sincerity, in which they lives to do so. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered among the four corners of the earth that believe in the truth, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Shalom. So here we go again, more on the CBDC, central bank digital currency. Just yesterday I did a video, dealing with this same thing. But, there's a lot of information on this now because, we're in these times that, the devil is pushing this agenda forth. Yesterday, the article was from Fox Business News, talked about, transitioning into the central bank digital currency, whether you like it or not. The world is getting ready to transition into this or whatnot. And this is a hot topic because this is the point of time that the Lord chose for this prophecy to come into play. There's other groups out there, like I mentioned yesterday, that's still bucking up against the the mark being a physical mark. They say it's a spiritual mark. Bishop Nathaniel IOIC, then they had the video as of late with the guy from Sons of Thunder, I believe it was, whatnot. And he also said it was a spiritual mark and a sin, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta ask yourself, how can you not buy or sell with sin? It doesn't make any sense. So that this thing is a physical thing. It's a karagmas. It's gonna, they're gonna cut into your flesh and they're gonna insert you. But they're setting up the stage for it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're going into this transition into the digital currency or whatnot, because it's gonna be on a digital platform, and they're gonna put it in a chip and they're gonna insert it inside of you. And if you don't abide by that, you won't be able to do business as usual. You'll be obsolete from society. You know what I'm saying? Because you won't be able to buy and sell and get the things that you need, for your daily living or whatnot. But let's just read the article. Then we'll go into some scriptures. Uh, this is CoinDesk. The article is Digital Dollar Project warns on U.S. cautions approach the CBDC, central bank digital currency, and it was written, January 18, 2023. Today is so-called Saturday, January 21st, 2023, the hopeful year of all prophecies coming to pass. Today at sundown would be, on the so-called Saturday at sundown would be the new moon Sabbath, bringing in the Sabbath for this month or whatnot, for those that may not know. But let's, read this article. It reads, the United States may have conceded a head start to other nations in setting global standards for the future of money regarding central bank digital currency, CBDCs, but the future of the country should lead the development of international regulatory framework around digital currencies, the Digital Dollar Project said on Wednesday. It is updated white paper, the DDP, a nonprofit organization advocating for a U.S. CBDC, said that the U.S. should set the regulatory framework independent of the decision to deploy a U.S. CBDC. More than 100 jurisdictions around the world are researching or developing a CBDC, but the U.S. remains cautious on the merits of a CBDC. In the coming CBDC future, the U.S. should actually lead global decisions on governance, interoperability, security, privacy, scalability standards rather than reacting to foreign CBDC decisions to the DDP wrote. Yeah, so they want to be in control of all it. Because Esau Edom at the end of the day he is, you know what I'm saying? Because, this is part of, prophecy being fulfilled. He is going to be in total control of this thing, you know what I'm saying? These other countries, they already started it and then got it, and, implemented into play already or whatnot. But, Esau Edom is going to be, you know what I'm saying, the the one that actually pushed this thing forth and force implement it among the world. You know what I'm saying? But they all hand in hand, like these heathen nations. They all uh, coming together on this new world order or whatnot, because it's all part of biblical prophecy, and this is the time that it was deemed to take place by Yahweh Shem Shai. Knowing the DDP laid out a series of warnings about the United States' cautious approach, calling it a cons- conspicuous absence and an unsustainable position. Such a defense posture by the U.S. threatens to impact its domestic economy if foreign nations issue their own CBDCs that become widely adopted as the de facto standards of the international wholesale and retail payments. The paper warned. Additionally, the CBDCs of other nations could be used to avoid financial sanctions, making it imperative that the U.S. find ways to maintain the dominant use of the dollar in the digital global payment system. Yes, they're going to play a part in this. They want to continue to be the world dominant currency. You know what I'm saying? The dollar. They want to, so they know they're going to, play in this game or whatnot, because they want to stay on top as as the dominant power of of the world. So they want to keep their currency relevant, and so they can continue to bring down the hammer upon the nations. But the Lord about to bring a hammer upon this devil, and this is what He's setting them up for. He's set up for failure. He's saying the game is fixed. You know what I'm saying? He's set up to fall. But read knowing if the United States led global financial infrastructure is perceived as too slow and expensive and comprehensive to foreign altern, alternatives, a potential threat as other countries rapidly explore their vision of the central bank digital currency. It's possible other nations will begin or continue the process of de-dollarization. The DDP argue, yeah, so they ain't want to get rid of they want to stay the world dominant currency, man. They ain't trying to, become uh, absent in that. They want their dollars to stay the power. They don't want to be, de-dollarized. the de-dollarization for the worlds to get rid of the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to take away, their financial power as being a, you know, dominating, the finance of the world. The DDP's white paper referred to a 2022 study by Hoover Institution that looked at global implications of China's CBDC, this, the ECNY, including how China has established a first mover advantage in not only the development but also the technical underpinnings of the CBDC. China's CBDC enhances its ability to cement its international leadership in the space. The white paper noted the ECNY helps China's ability in settling economic norms and technical standards that align with its author with the author authoritarian Slovakia governance system, and increases its ability to undercut the traditional dominance of the U.S. dollar as the source of geo-economic and strategical influence. Yeah, and China, ran their system first. The same way China is ran is going to be how all the nations ran. But these, you got to remember, these nations, they work together, and they can't really, and the Lord's saving the best for last, Babylon. But there's going to be too much uproar because these people in this country, they think they got freedoms. You know what I'm saying? What they don't. These Edomites, these so-called white people. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that these are privileges that they have been given and not rights and whatnot. So, in China, it's a little bit, more of like a dictatorship, I guess, and they can just force things upon the society. They kind of roll with it. But in the United States, it's not going to be so because they've been believing this thing called freedom, and when they bring these, these things into play, there's going to be rebellion. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to get practice when in other countries, well, where it's going to be um, you know less resistance, I should say. You know what I'm saying? Against it, because there's going to be too much resistance here. But at a point, it's going to get to the point that they don't give a shit, and the devil going to come down with great wrath, and you're going to have to, what I'm saying, either play, bend or fold. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna fold, or you're gonna play the game. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna either accept the chip or not. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to come down to. But these test runs, you know what I'm saying, are just uh, giving them an idea of how the system works. So, because they see it in these other countries, and they're going to also implement it. You know what I'm saying? In here in Babylon, aka so-called United States, whatnot, and throughout the world. You know what I'm saying? But this devil, he's all about progression. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like the whole thing, bringing in the RFID chip on your bank cards. You know what I'm saying? Going to a digital platform on your phones or whatnot. That's why this idiot Charleston White talking about the cell phone, the mark, and you got it in your hand, in your head. It's stupidity. You know what I'm saying? No, but that's a precursor into the mark to get you set up for the technology. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? But the RFID chip, the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, and that's what's going to be inserted inside you, and that's why they get you set up for this digital platform. Reading on CBDC experts and CEO and co-founder Fluent Finance Bradley Orga said the U.S. has been setting leadership standards, referring to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York and its testing of the use of digital tokens representing digital dollars for the wholesale transaction, along with big banks. When you look at the Fed of New York and what they have been doing in their intervention office, this has been setting the standard with all of it leaning towards wholesale tokenized deposits or tokenized liability network settlement between the bank to bank, all good, told CoinDesk, and that's pretty much the end of the article. But yeah, so as you can see, it's here. You know, which is this is going to lead into this. This is Revelations 13:16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, the name of the beast, and the number of his name. Yeah. So if you don't take this mark, because that's what he, setting up his digital platform, his digital currency. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take this, you won't be able to buy or sell without it. Showing you that it's not something spiritual. It's not a spiritual thing. This is actual physical thing. This is carnal, a physical thing that they're going to insert inside of you that prevents you from buying and selling or whatnot. And that's why he's transitioning to this digital currency. This is Habakkuk 2:1, which reads, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it a plain, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And this is the appointed time that the Lord has deemed for this MOTB to take place. That's why Esau, Edom, and the rest of the nations are setting up the digital currency. This is already in play. They've been working on it for years now. You know what I'm saying? And this is the time that the Lord has, appointed for this to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because we're at the end of Esau, Edom's kingdom. This devil about to come down with great wrath, and the Lord gonna let him get busy, and great judgment coming, because we coming into the time of Jacob's trouble, and we're coming in, to the times of World War III, when the great destruction is going to be coming to destroy Babylon and whatnot. And this is 2nd Esdras 14:16, which reads, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." And this RFID microchip, mark of the beast, is the plague that the Lord is sending upon the earth. And this is the time that it's come. It's here already. Renewing the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not back, even so the plagues that are sent upon the earth shall not return again. You see? So the plagues that are sent are not going to return again. The Lord ain't coming turning back on this. You know what I'm saying? He already sent it out. This is the time that he is appointed for this plague to take place in the earth. He's not turning back on his plan. He's not going to tell Esau, oh, these Edomites in these nations, they're not going to be, oh, you know what? We changed our mind. We're not going to do digital currency. We're going to put it on pause for the next 100 years. No, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? This is the time this is the generation that's going to see the return of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? This is the generations that's going to feel the wrath of our power, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. This is the time that the Lord has pointed to return to the earth and take this devil out of power. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no putting on pause 100 years. This is going to happen. And this is going to be a forced implementation very soon. You're going to have to be faced with the hour of temptation very soon. This is the time that the Lord said appointed. It's here now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no turning back. And, all these false prophets pushing that narrative of sin going to be exposed. And the Lord is exposing them because it's not a coincidence. Like I said, I just did it. There's an article on it the other day, and there's an article on it now. This is the time that the Lord has appointed for the central bank digital currency to take place, to where that they can create the platform, put it on this chip, to where that you won't be able to buy or sell without it. This is it, man. Ain't no turning back. You know what I'm saying? The fire is kindled in the earth, man. The Lord is about to bring great wrath, and many these heathens, they don't know no better. They just want to go about life, and because the power of Yahweh Shem Shai is not for them. You know what I'm saying? He's not their power. You know what I'm saying? So they have no idea. And 2/3 of our people, they don't know no better either. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are lost in the source. You know what I'm saying? So this is, they love captivity. They love the luxury of Babylon. But they're going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? In the wrath of the Lord, they're going to be destroyed, and these heathens going to be destroyed as well, and they're going to get it the worst. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it. Just want to say, Kol Holo Yahweh Bashim Mashai, Kwam Mashirala, Abba Baba, and Shalom.